Hello, and welcome to Twilight Talks, the podcast where we as teenagers share our perspectives on everything mental health. So for today's episode, I'm Cindy.
I'm Monica.
I'm Elena.
And we're your hosts for Twilight Talks. So let's get into today's check-in. So
this episode is going to be more of a check-in episode. Because even though this for you, the viewer, you only see like 2 episodes out, it's been like 2 to 3 months since we've been like starting this entire like podcast and project. We have to start like planning it, filming, and editing. So it's been a while. And we're also a high school student, so we have pretty heavy classes because our school is kind of competitive. We also have social life outside of this. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And we're just teenagers too, so we have done a lot and we have like seen a lot and like been through a lot in these 2-3 months. So we're just gonna do a check-in episode with all of you guys and see like what's up with our mental health. Okay.
We're just going to talk about how we're doing now, coping mechanisms, what's working, what's not, just our daily life in general in the month of April.
So first, like, I guess question would be, we're just gonna ask, all the 3 hosts is gonna like answer this. How are you guys doing? Like, what do you feel right now?
For context, I learned about a feeling wheel when I went to a mental hospital, and every like check-in that we went in for, we had to pick how we were feeling and something that we would work on. And feeling tired or like hungry or fine, which just wasn't an option. We needed to pick something.
Oh, I got it.
You got one? Okay. So Cindy,
I'm feeling inspired.
Why?
Because this mental health podcast, I'm learning a lot of new things.
Wow.
For example, this feeling wheel. I've never seen it in my life.
I've seen it in the room.
Happy.
Yeah.
These are like synonyms of happy. Yeah, inspired. I'm inspired by everyone's perspectives and voices. It's a learning experience every day.
I'm feeling uneasy. Not because of this, because of I have an assignment in ASL that I'm just not prepared for.
Monday?
It's due in May, but like it's a big project.
Oh, one of those guys.
And I picked something that I thought was a good idea, but now that I'm thinking about it, it was a horrible idea because it's a bunch of metaphors that I need to convert. And like, how do I do that?
Elena, how are you feeling?
Let me see.
For listeners, we have pulled up a feeling wheel on Elena's phone, and she is exploring it.
And I suggest you explore as well. How are you feeling?
That's so nice.
Because I've never seen a feeling wheel, so maybe some of you haven't either.
What if I don't feel anything?
That's impossible. You're a human, bro.
Peaceful.
There you go. You're feeling peaceful.
Are you guys feeling peaceful?
It's okay.
Comment down below.
Give us a like and subscribe and comment down.
Yeah, you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
Pull up a wheel.
Pull up a wheel. Oh, we should just edit like a wheel onto like the screen.
Yeah.
Anywho, but it's okay if you're not feeling happy or peaceful like Elena and Cindy.
I'm actually content.
So if we're going to go on with this wheel thing, so another thing we did after the wheel thing, in the mental hospital I went to, it was like a goal. It can be anything, like for the day. Oops. Like for me, like, so how it would go would be like, what's your name? How are you feeling? And what's your goal? So, hi, my name is Monica. I'm feeling uneasy. My goal is to finish my homework.
Well, hi, I'm Cindy. I'm feeling inspired. Probably after this podcast, I'm going to be editing this podcast, and I'm going to be even more inspired by re-listening to our words.
Oh, wow.
And you should too.
That's your goal?
Yeah.
To edit this?
Yeah, I want to edit this by the end of this weekend, maybe.
Weekend.
But no, what's your goal today, though?
My goal today is to get some sandals.
Yes, bro. That's awesome.
Without me?
Boy, next question.
Wait, okay.
I'm Elena. I feel, give me a sec.
Peaceful?
Wait, it's actually content.
Content?
Because it's a subcategory.
Okay.
My goal today, finish my giant list of to-do before crashing out.
Okay, I'll take that.
It's very big.
So that's a type of grounding, everyone. It's really nice, honestly.
To make it.
It's really simple. And I encourage you guys to do it. You don't have to like or subscribe, as Cindy says. You can
drop a like.
Honestly,
smash the subscribe.
Just watch it. I appreciate your views.
Yeah, we do. So that's a coping mechanism. We just learned a new one. What's one that we have in mind and that we have been doing? Coping mechanism for anything like.
Yeah, give me a scenario.
Okay. What I do. So for me, I need to sleep more. So my coping skill has been making a pattern of unwinding instead of staying on my computer playing Roblox.
Yo, why is that
so
targeted?
My coping skills right now are playing the guitar before going to sleep and reading a little bit. And also I have like this lavender spray.
Peaceful.
And yeah, peaceful. So that's my coping skill right now. It's just prep, plan, and unwind. So, it's grounding, yeah.
Any scenario.
To play games, actually.
So distraction, yeah.
You just sit there, la 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 la, and then talk, and then you cry afterwards about not finishing homework, and then you crash out at your mom, and then the next day she yells at you, but it's okay because you're feeling better after crashing.
So I'm having trouble understanding this.
Me too.
Why do you play Roblox?
I don't know, it's fun.
Because it's fun, but why are you doing it to get away from?
Oh, it's like a break time.
Break time.
Get away from
it's
school.
So it's a stressor. So the problem...
It creates stress?
No, it's a stressor, and you're using a distraction of Roblox.
Yeah, that's because like Roblox is like... Because school, I feel like, is always stressful because the assignments just keep rolling in. Like, teachers, stop. I have a life. And they're like, nah. So I just, like, somewhere I can just get away from it, you know what I'm saying?
There you
go.
I
can just have fun because I like bullying little kids in Roblox.
Cindy, do you have one? It's okay if you don't.
Yeah, I don't, but...
yeah, I don't.
But the thing is, I'm trying to work on, getting better at taking care of myself mentally and physically, because I feel like all I do is bed rot after I come home to school. I feel very tired. I sleep late, and so obviously that impacts me both mentally and physically during the day, especially my focus at school, and then I come home. And then, yeah, like Elena, I also am distracting myself, having a break time on my phone, but then it turns out that I'm just sleepy, so then I just fall asleep while I'm watching. And basically that takes up the entire afternoon until I decide to quote-unquote lock in.
Cool.
Okay, well, that's so true. I do that too sometimes. We've all done that, but like, what do you want to do to maybe like take care of yourself? What do you think will be the first step? Or do you have anything in your mind that's like...
Sleep earlier.
Sleep earlier.
I feel like that's something a lot of people are lacking nowadays because they just feel distracted with technology, also
dopamine hit.
Yeah.
The dopamine hit, baby.
Right now we're obviously going through puberty, and right now as we're growing, a lot of pressure and a lot of things that we haven't taken into thought are like being... Like, we're putting more value into those things, and obviously that's going to create a lot of stress. And to deal with those things, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's very hard. But sleeping very important.
More is...
I appreciate your mindfulness, Cindy. Yeah. Okay. Coping skills, that's working for me and Elena, but what's something that's not working? And... You said you don't have coping skills, but dig down deep. What's something that's just not working for you?
What do you think is negatively impacting?
Yeah.
Like, it can... Yeah.
Oh, setting goals for myself.
Too many?
That I'm not accomplishing. Right?
No. I have the same issue. If I set too many, like a to-do list, I can't hit it. When it's at night and I look at it and I didn't finish it, it takes a hit. It's like
how does it make you feel?
Aww. And then it happens every day, and it starts building up, so you just...
Yeah, okay, so we gotta take that out, dude.
It's actually a W to-do list. Just cut, I'm gonna cry, so...
Yeah, okay,
baby.
I used to have that, too. I used to plan too much. You know, I have, like, a bunch of journals. I have one in my bag right now, and I would always make to-do lists and stuff like that, because I'm a planner. But it would just keep on going with, like, ridiculous stuff. But I cut that out completely since, like, January or something. I feel a lot better. But you do that?
Yeah. But the thing is, it's hard to not create a list because as we're growing, a lot of more things are in our minds and we just want to let it all out. Put it into a list so we don't feel like so many things are clustered in our head, right?
Yeah.
And that's something really hard about growing up as well because more stress factors, especially now with school. I feel like a lot of teenagers are placing a lot of importance in school, which is good, but
yeah,
you need a balance.
It's hard to separate the obvious, what we need to do, versus the overachieving, what we want to do, that we think that it's a need, you know?
Well, yeah, actually, this is senior in my Chinese class, and my Chinese teacher, she forced him to give advice to us. Okay, she was like, you're a senior, you have to give advice to like these little sophomores, these little like juniors. And the guy said, yeah, I used to be like you guys too. All I did was go home, study, sleep, go home, study, sleep again. And you do the same thing every day. He told us, if you don't find something that you like, and you don't like go outside of school, you're wasting your life.
Exactly.
He said that word for word. I was like, oh.
I think it's kind of obvious that I've been doing that. What that senior said, like just living life. Because for listeners, my hair is hot pink. Live life fully and don't do the lists, bro.
Honestly, it's pretty hard right now because with school, I feel like our identity is school, right? So everyone is doing the same things, trying to find so many things to do. At this point, everyone is like the same. It's like they're all the same NPC trying to go to school and then come home. So it's hard to find your identity, what you're passionate about. Because a lot of people say, oh, just find out what you're passionate about. Oh, explore so many things and then you'll find it. Well,
but it's hard.
Yeah, but it's hard. Like, you can't just, it's impossible to, not impossible, but it's hard to explore all the things, and it's hard to find your passion because how do you know what your passion is? A lot of people just go on their phone, and I feel like for me, my passion is going on my phone, and that's not a valid passion, but
it's a passion.
It's a passion.
It could be a passion, you know,
but it's more like a distraction, so not a passion for real.
Yeah,
what counts as a passion? What do you guys
what
think?
you enjoy. Like, for example, one of our friends, she really likes art, right? She spends a lot of time doing art. I feel like that's a very
I think
valid.
Creating art is one of like the best like passions you can have because you get something, but like it's really even if it looks bad, I still feel like proud of it because like you spent so much time and effort and you actually like the process because you're like passionate about it, right? So it just makes you feel better at the end of it too.
Especially because a lot of people at our school stress a lot about going to college, for example, and they just feel like they have to do this formula to get into college. And even if they try to find a passion, I feel like most of the time it's not real.
They have no time to pursue it either. Because like everyone at like our school, at least, everyone takes 100,000 APs, and it's crazy.
And they have 1,000 colleges.
Yeah. No, because they think that if they do a little bit of everything, they're gonna have everything. I'm like, just commit to one thing at that point, you know, full send into that one thing.
Yeah. Okay. It stresses you out.
How has the people around you affected your mental health? Especially, with school, with family, with anyone.
Right. Okay. So we all sit together in one big friend group in the art room of our school, and they all talk about grades a lot. And I don't do that. Like, I don't like care about my grades. Well, I do, but like it's not something that I meticulously stress about. So that kind of stresses me out sometimes. But it used to really stress me out at first in the beginning of the year, but now it doesn't. And also, I heard this like lecture that you should surround yourself with people who do care about school and stuff. So it's like half and half. But that used to affect my mental health a lot. That's my school environment stressor. But my family stressor, again, it's college. Dude, we just need to have a whole episode on college. Because I don't want to go to college. But my mom is making me go to college. And she always pressed when I was a kid that we needed to have a job that we loved. Because you're gonna
doing it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you're gonna be miserable.
Not be like depressed or
like. So I'm just thinking about that when I'm home because my mom is a very successful chemist and she has her own business and she loves her job and she's got all this stuff. So it's just a little bit of a big reminder. That's me. Those are my stressors. Those are something that's affecting me.
Well, for school itself, I would say just right now my classes are really dull.
Yeah.
Really dull. So I feel like...
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah.
Like, school, I'm excited to learn. But when we come into these classes and they're so dull, I don't see the point anymore.
I feel like teachers aren't focused on teaching now. They're focused on giving you the grade that they want to give you.
And they're always saying, like, you need to stop worrying about your grade. You need to pay attention to the learning because the learning makes sense. But then they're doing everything about the grade. And I'm not learning.
Because I feel like out of school to so many kids, it's so locked in. I know, I get focused on your grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
But some guys are cheating. Like,
I know.
They're cheating too much. Going crazy over it. And I'm like, guys, just accept it. Okay. Yeah. If you're on the borderline of an F, that means it's a sign not to take the class. That means you either don't have enough, you're not putting enough effort, or you're just, it's just not fit for you.
Yeah, that's, for my mentality for school, it's like, if you work hard, then you'll get the result that you want. And so that's how I go about it. But for my classes right now, compared to last semester, I actually took pretty hard courses, but now my classes are dull. And since it's dull, what makes it dull is because even though last semester my classes were still, like, the teaching wasn't the best, since my classes this semester now, it's easier, and so the workload is less. And since combination of the dullness from the teacher, it's just, what am I doing at school? Like, I can learn at home. But that's something that makes me a little sad, because since I don't have work, I feel like I'm not doing enough work.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to keep doing more work. So transitioning to...
Preach. Preach, Cindy.
Yeah. So especially since I'm not doing a lot of work in school, when I get home, it's a little kind of a lot of pressure on me, because like Monica said, college is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents came from Vietnam, and my dad was pretty successful in school as well, and he's always done really well in school. And obviously, since he did well, he wants his children to do well.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of pressure. And honestly, even though he's saying that, oh, even if you don't get into this one specific school, it's okay. Like, you try your best. Even though he does say that,
it's like there's pressure, but he's like, no pressure.
His tone of voice is very contradictory.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like at least college is such a big deal, because it's literally, it gives you like a ranking of how like smart you are based on how like low the acceptance rate.
And it gets you places.
And that's
now it really doesn't.
It's also a lot about societal pressure, right? So the ranking of your school, people will look at you differently. If say you went to
community college versus Harvard, they'll be like, oh, of course they're smarter at Harvard. Like, what if they got cheat days away there?
Yeah.
So obviously, a combination of your own pressure and societal pressure, like, you want to meet both ends. And so obviously that takes it takes a hit on your mental health, especially because even when I am distracting myself on my phone or something, I'm still in my head, I'm still thinking about what I can do.
Yeah.
It's still going. It's never stopped.
For me at school, outside of that friend group, a lot of people are still obsessed with like doing so much. So then it gets to you, like, oh, then I should be stressed about doing so much. Oh, and then like people keep comparing stuff.
Oh my God. Can I add to that? A lot of people in our school obviously feel like their peers are their competitors. Yeah. So I know with my personal experience, this one person, they always come up to me and try to ask, oh, what are you doing? Oh, are you applying to any summer programs? What's going on with your life? And when I ask them, they don't want to answer, because they want to gatekeep that information and want to better themselves with... And it's like really hard, because obviously that's like everywhere in life, but with our school, it's really particular, because again, with college, you're competing with your peers.
No, it's true though, but at one point it has to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because these are also your friends. These are the people who are helping you and teach.
Yeah.
You learn from each other. It's like, if you keep keeping that mindset, you're not gonna really get anywhere.
And that's what's so toxic about the college culture.
Yeah.
especially in our school.
No, because our school is also like, there's like 1,000 geniuses around. They're actually really smart.
They're very smart, yeah.
So you always feel like you're trying to one-up them, but they're also trying to one-up you. So it's like something that, a game that like never stops, because it's just going like, you're trying to be better, they're trying to be better. Just
our school is very competitive.
Yeah. No, because everyone knows there's only one seat. And there's like 100 people who want that one seat. So they're not going to help each other, obviously, I guess.
And that brings you guys a lot of stress.
Yeah, and they start like backstabbing. They give you like wrong answers. They teach you wrong things. And I'm like, guys.
Especially, this is just like an example. Like someone asks you for test answers every time. But when you ask them, not a word, silence, cricket.
If you're going to ask somebody, be willing to give something back. It's a mutual like trust, I feel like.
What do you have prepared to like stop that type of person from doing that?
I just stopped telling things. I had one friend, chemistry. I told you about her with my text.
Yeah.
But like, she always kept asking me for stuff, and the moment I asked her, she would be, oh, I don't like cheating. I don't really like condone that type. Girl, what are you doing when you're asking me for this stuff? It's like,
and then the second you ask her something, she's like,
be willing to give back to what you want. Is what I'm saying. That's how. No, because they just think that they want to use you or something.
Right.
That's all there is to it.
But what do you do to prevent that and stop that? What have you done?
I just stopped replying. I just ghosted her.
Yes.
I said, hell no, I'm not doing this anymore. And she was very awkward a couple of days after, but I said, that's your fault. It's not my fault that you started going on like that.
So you created a boundary.
Yeah. And she doesn't like me anymore. We still, wave high in the hallway, but it's like, not like an actual wave. It's like a, okay, hi.
Yeah, again, with the boundaries, it's really hard to create boundaries, especially with your peers, because you're going to be seeing them over and over every day for 4 years. And so it's obviously hard to just want to avoid them, right? And that's what I've been having a lot of trouble with, especially with
boundaries are so hard.
Because
because you don't want to hurt them. But they keep hurting.
But you need to start them in the beginning so it doesn't get longer. That's the hard thing. And I encourage you, if you guys, if there's someone that's like making you feel the same way that this chemistry girl did to Elena, like, set a boundary, please, before things get worse and it gets harder to say no. For me, it's really easy to say no. I actually have to work on saying yes and stuff like that. So, boundaries are very important.
Okay, so on the family matter, at least my mom has crazy mood swings. I think she's going through menopause. So it's just a thing, just everyone goes through it, right?
We love moms.
Yeah. She birthed me, so thank you, Mom. I guess. Thanks. Good job. You did it. So she's moody. So some days I wake up, she's screaming at my sister, and I'm like, guys, what the heck? Because my sister's applying to college soon, so it's like stressful.
Stress.
And she just all of a sudden she would just be mad. I'm like, what the heck?
It's a very unstable environment.
So I would wake up sometimes and she'd be smiling and laughing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm happy. And then the next moment she was like, why didn't you do like the dishes last night? What?
It's a stressful environment.
Yeah, it's just stressful for. It's only 2 years, guys. Gotta hold out until then,
and then I can dip.
See you guys.
Yeah, that's me.
Good luck, Dad. Good luck.
Yeah,
hopefully you make it out.
It's the same with my dad, but he's much older, so I doubt it's menopause. I think.
I don't think the menopause is a lot less.
Yes.
It's a lot less. Yeah.
He's also unpredictable too, but I think it's just mental health wise. He could be the reason why I have my bipolar disorder. Genetics, guys. And I think he has a history of mental health, and I just don't know about it because
no one likes talking about it.
Yeah,
especially with the stigma, like back
then. But yeah, he was on Puerto Rico and San Juan in the 60s. Like, there wasn't mental health access for his family, and they're all traditional and they're all mostly dead. So I have I don't have any records or stuff like that. So it was just like, we're guessing. And I think my dad,
checking, guys.
He's very unpredictable and it's scary. So I understand that.
So you wake up, everyone's happy, got it, and then the next day,
you're yelling. Oh, okay.
And my dad's just like, I'm so done.
Yeah, and you don't know how to maneuver around it sometimes.
I don't know how my dad made it through my mom's pregnancies with the mood swings. How is he still here, guys?
Oh my God.
Something that's been affecting my mental health recently,
trigger warning, mention of self-harm,
is I have self-harm scars all over my arms. I don't have any suicidal ideations right now. I don't want to self-harm. I don't want to do any of that. I'm actually turning like 8 months clean in like 3 days.
3 days, God.
I know. It's so exciting, but I have it all over my arms and I can still see them under the light, and they make me feel so guilty and angry. And like the second I turn 18, ink and needle to my arms, that's been very stressing me out.
Yeah.
I know you guys can't see them, but for me, I can. There's obviously that big one, and I think it was probably due to my mental health, like psychosis. Like I didn't want to, but the voices in my head told me to, and just like
the voices in my
yeah,
head.
psychosis, dude. Yes. So that it causes a lot of regret in my life, and I hate it. Yeah. There's little at school who have gone through similar things as me, but they bring it up in out-of-pocket, funny, class clown ways, and it triggers me so much. Like, I'm in history class, and all of a sudden this guy is like, that's why I killed myself. I'm like, stop it. I'm like, what are you doing?
I feel like other people, they use it as a coping
They use it as a coping mechanism, and I'm like, I don't know if this is healthy for you or not, if it's a coping mechanism, but it does affect me, and it does cause stress.
Healthy? It's just a coping mechanism.
It's just a coping mechanism.
Wow.
I'm like, buddy, but that's triggering. You don't know who has gone around that around you, and it's just, I don't appreciate that out-of-pocketness, and that's caused a lot of stressor.
So my mom has a tendency, because she grew up with like, she was like, oh, mental health is dumb kind of stuff. And she'll be like, oh, that's for like those weak people, blah, blah, blah. It isn't, guys, disclaimer. But like, I told her, yeah, Mom, I'm so stressed out by classes. I'm so overwhelmed, like all this stuff. But like, not in those exact words, like more like the chiller words. Yeah, you know how I talk, yeah. And she was like, oh, why are you so stressed? All the other people at school are taking like so many harder classes. Why are you so stressed? Why can't you handle it?
Oh, comparison?
And then in the beginning, I was like, Mom, stop comparing me, whatever, But then slowly, the more she says it, it gets into my head.
Literally.
It gets into my head. So every time I'm like stressed out, I think of it. I'm like, why am I so stressed compared to other people? Like, because we know that our one friend who's like taking like 1,000 APs and has like 1,000 hard teachers, she's still like happy. So I always have like comparison, like, why is she doing so good and I'm over here like dying over one chem class.
But the thing is, like, you never know what they're actually going through. Maybe it's just like a facade,
You don't know if they actually have mental health professionals with them.
Everybody is struggling.
Yeah.
But we just like, I don't know. At school, it's like different because you're surrounded by like friends and stuff, so you're more like happier, I guess.
Yeah.
The moment you go home, I step into my house, I get depressed because that means I have to do homework.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, at school is more fun.
Yeah,
you can be surrounded by people you actually like to be surrounded by.
Bro, with our school, I feel like a big problem is comparison. Like, you have to first, something that I want to keep in, like, I'm still working on this, but I need to keep in mind that, you are you, and you need to focus on yourself first. Like, you can't keep having other people's, like, accomplishments and expect, like, pressure yourself into trying to one-up them or something like that.
Yeah, I feel that way too, comparison, but not for me, it's less of the academic, more the art. I'm the art kid in our friend group, as in the music.
So cool.
One. But I used to be in orchestra, and that environment was toxic. And everyone was like, for example, the APs, for them, they were doing outside orchestras. They were doing all these big
this is like the easy
showcases,
class.
And they're like, oh, orchestra is the easy class. Like, my chamber and outside orchestras and outside competitions. Like, I'm so pro. Like, obviously, I'm going to be a huge musician, and it stresses me out.
They don't even do it for music. They just do it for the name to put up college apps. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
No, you can put things on college apps, right? You can do stuff for college apps, but at least, like, you chill about it, guys.
Yeah. And it stresses me out because I really do love the path of music, and I don't have as many titles as those people. And they're clearly better at it than me. So it stresses me out.
They've been learning since, like, they could walk.
Feeling left behind,
Yeah.
And it's hard to deal with the idea that you are behind.
Because you're like, oh, wait, I would try my best to go, like, try to run ahead and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's a couple rocks to trip on the way there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, right now, people usually, because we have a quarter system at our school. So that means you can take A, B, B, C back to back.
Yep.
And you can just take the AP test in May. So I thought that it would be smarter to not take BC with AP Chem because everyone I know who took those two together, they just don't come out alive, I guess.
Yeah.
So I thought it was better to separate them. Found out a lot of people did it. And I feel like I'm behind now because I'm not doing that BC class.
Mm-hmm.
But then after a while, in the beginning of the year, I didn't sleep for 2 days.
Yeah.
Because I just stressed out about classes. Because you can suit change. So I was like, should I take BC or should I just not? So I just, in the end, I didn't because I was too lazy to sign the form too. So like, I don't know. I feel better about it now because I'm like.
No, I completely agree, even though I don't experience it.
It's like you always feel like, why am I behind? Why am I an idiot for it?
No, you're never.
What is the peak in your pit of this entire month? Something good that happened to you.
My hair. Thorn, I think that new ASL project that I don't feel prepared for.
Yeah.
That's stressing me out. And my bud, again, it's hair related. I ordered more hair dye. Bud is like,
I have no idea. I never heard
the rosebud. You know when it's like about to grow and
what
bloom?
you're looking for.
Yeah. I just ordered more hair dye because I don't know if you can tell.
It's gonna be French fried at this. My high was last day of spring break. I was on a high.
Oh, you were on a high.
No, I wasn't high, guys. I wasn't high. I was on okay. I was really happy. I don't know why. Because a lot of things happen. Good things happen back to back.
Like Sunday, Saturday, Friday. Like
no,
what?
just Saturday, Sunday.
You're just happy.
I was just happy. I don't know why.
You were refreshed.
Yeah, and then the day on Sunday, I was excited to go back to school.
Yeah.
Tweaking out.
Outside.
And then my low was the Friday before spring break. I crashed out. I started yelling at my mom because I really didn't want to go to school because I had this giant chem test that my teacher decided to give me on the last day before break. So I was stressed out for that. So
your bud?
Finishing my article for the magazine.
Yeah,
because I really like it.
Sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, Cindy.
It's about
my
rose. Bud, Thorn.
Definitely spring break. Let's go.
No, you look like YouTubers in
Catalina Island. Pretty boring, but it was nice, I guess.
I guess.
Thorn. Wait, no. Let me share my bud first. My bud is obviously summer.
Yeah.
But my thorn is also summer because that means that we're gonna be juniors and then we're gonna be seniors.
Hell no.
A thing that's very bad for me is always imagining the future, right? A lot of people just be imagining the future, and honestly, it's bad because imagine you're just thinking about bad scenarios, but also good scenarios. So then you're just stressing yourself out on something you have no control over, I guess.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Have your daily affirmations. Have your rosebud thorn.
Because reflections are, even though
Twilight Talks.
Some people think it's like kind of cringe, be reflecting.
Be mindful.
Talk in the shower to yourself like you're schizophrenic or something. Cause that's what I do.
Yeah.
I go, Elena, how you doing? I'm doing great. Okay. Give advice to each other. What's your
okay. Cindy, my advice for you. Sleep and talk about your ambitions.
Yes, sir.
Because it seems like you don't think they're valid, but they're 100% valid. Elena, sleep.
I'm fixing it.
Yeah, I agree.
You are fixing it.
Less Roblox.
No, you can still play Roblox. Just more sleep.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Same amount of Roblox, more sleep.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just less
advice for the listener. I don't know what's going on with you, but always communicate how you're feeling with someone. Okay. Do you guys have anything you want to share? Any advice for
my advice for Monica is to live life, live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. Yes, sir.
Elena.
Don't say sleep more. I'm going to find you.
Just be chill, bro.
Be chill, bro.
Because sometimes in our friend group, you just gotta be chill because everyone be stressing.
You're the one who's most stressed out.
And be chill,
Hell no.
It's okay.
Okay, my advice for Cindy, set a screen time.
That's a good idea. Set up screen time. I'm meaning to do that too.
Listen to your body. Sleep more. Eat more. Be okay. Be happy to be a big back.
Yeah.
I am a happy big back.
As a fellow big back, we are big backs together.
Okay.
And advice for the listeners, even if you're not happy, try to live, laugh, laugh, love every day.
My advice for you guys is don't think y'all are weak for being stressed out, okay, guys? Try your best, I guess. Anything is okay.
Try your best. That's all.
Yeah.
And don't think that reaching out is cringe, because just be cringe. Like, be yourself.
Being cringe is gold.
We can just link, like, resources in the description. You guys check that out if you guys want to reach out. Or you can just DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, I'd be always happy to talk. Literally. Like, I don't even... Who are the 47 listeners that we have? Like, one of you 47 listeners, I would love to talk to you if you had something going on.
Anything is valid.
Anything is valid.
What you're going through is valid. If you don't think it's valid, well, I think it's valid.
We think it's valid.
I think it's valid.
So don't worry, guys.
Now, this is our ending bit of Twilight Talk.
That was Twilight Talk.
Twilight Talk.
Thank you for listening. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Twilight Talk. Bye.
Bye.